Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited to celebrate International Syrah Day with you by sharing one of my favorite wine-inspired recipes, lamb stew with Syrah. Syrah, known for its bold and rich flavors, is the perfect wine to cook with and sip alongside this hearty, cozy dish. Its origins in the Rhône Valley make it a natural fit for this French-inspired stew. Today, I'll walk you through how to create this comforting stew that's perfect for winter and pairs beautifully with the Rhône Valley Syrah. So, grab a glass of wine and let's get started. This is what we're making today. A rich and flavorful lamb stew simmered with Syrah, root vegetables, and Provençal herbs, inspired by the traditional flavors of France's Rhône Valley. It's the ultimate comfort food for a chilly day and a perfect way to celebrate Syrah. Here's how it works. We'll brown the lamb, build layers of flavor with wine and herbs, and let it simmer gently for a tender, delicious stew. Let's dive in. Let's go over the ingredients you'll need. You'll need your lamb, of course, either 2 pounds of lamb shoulder or 2 pounds of lamb stew meat. I have stew meat here today. You're going to need your salt and pepper, of course. You'll want a couple tablespoons of olive oil, 1 large onion that we're going to chop. You'll need a few cloves of garlic, minced, and you'll want a few carrots that we're going to slice. And you'll also need either 2 parsnips or 2 turnips. I actually have 1 of each here today, and we're going to dice those. You'll also need your Syrah, of course. I'm using a Syrah from the Rhône Valley for authentic flavors. So if you'd like authentic flavors, also pick a Syrah from the Rhône Valley. A Crozes Hermitage like this or a Côtes du Rhône works beautifully for this dish. You'll need a few cups of stock as well, either beef stock or lamb stock. I'm using my Better Than bouillon today. I'm going to make a few cups of stock out of that. You'll need a can of diced tomatoes. A 14-ounce can is what you want to have. And we'll need a couple tablespoons of tomato paste, a tablespoon of flour, which is optional. This is for thickening the stew, but if you don't want to use the flour, you don't have to use the flour. And we're going to need some herbs. We're going to need a teaspoon of dried thyme, a teaspoon of rosemary, and 1 bay leaf. And to garnish, have some fresh parsley if you would like. And feel free to pause here to write all of this down. And now let's get cooking. Start by seasoning your lamb generously with salt and pepper. And then we're going to heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a large Dutch oven like this, or a heavy bottomed pot over medium-high heat. And then you're going to brown the lamb in batches, making sure to not overcrowd the pan. And once the lamb is browned on all sides, remove it from the pot and set it aside. In the same pot, add the onion, the carrots, the parsnip, and the turnip. Saute these for about 5 minutes until they start to soften. Then we're going to add the garlic and cook for another minute. Stir in the tomato paste and sprinkle the vegetables with flour if you're using it. Cook this for 1 to 2 minutes more to get rid of that raw flavor from the flour. Then pour in the Syrah, scraping up any brown bits from the bottom of the pot. Return the brown lamb to the pot, along with the lamb or beef stock, diced tomatoes, thyme, rosemary, and bay leaf. You want to bring all of this to a gentle simmer and reduce the heat to low. Cover it and cook it for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours, being sure to stir it occasionally. You're going to cook this until the lamb is beautifully tender. Once the lamb is tender and the flavors have melded together, taste the stew and adjust the seasoning with more salt and pepper if needed. For a finishing touch, garnish with fresh parsley. This lamb stew is absolutely gorgeous. It smells fantastic. And now let's serve it up. So to serve, we need to ladle the stew into bowls, of course. So let's make sure we get some lamb and some veggies as well, and of course that delicious broth. This smells absolutely divine. You have no idea, you have to make this. Beautiful. And we want to serve it with some crusty bread. I have crusty bread here today. You could serve it with creamy mashed potatoes as well. Even some polenta would be absolutely delicious with this. It is gorgeous, and this dish is cozy, it's satisfying, and it's perfect for winter evenings. Now for my favorite part, let's give it a try. This is absolutely delicious. The lamb is tender, the vegetables are perfectly cooked, the Syrah adds a deep, rich flavor to the broth. It's a true celebration of Rhône Valley inspired flavors. For pairing, of course, I recommend serving the stew with a Rhône Valley Syrah. If you serve it with the one you made it with, even better. The wine's earthy, peppery notes and dark fruit flavors complement the dish beautifully. That is perfect. Thank you so much for joining me to celebrate International Syrah Day with this delicious lamb stew. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more wine-inspired recipes and pairings. Let me know in the comments if you tried this dish or what wine you'd pair it with. Cheers, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy International Syrah Day.